Today on Healthful Indian Flavors with Alamelu, Alamelu will cook a uniquely South Indian saucy dish called sambar, using kohlrabi, a delicious Lima Beans Poriyal, and also an innovative versatile dish, Tuna Masala. All coming up next on Healthful Indian Flavors with Alamelu.
Namaste. Greetings. I'm Alamelu Vairavan, a cookbook author and a culinary educator. Today, we will prepare 3 absolutely delicious dishes. They are easy to prepare. They are also nutritious and low in calories. The menu for today is kohlrabi, sambar, Lima Beans Poriyal, and Tuna Masala. Today, I'm going to take kohlrabi and cook with lentils and show how wholesome this dish can be. In order to cook this vegetable dish, I need a kohlrabi vegetable. Here is a kohlrabi. Isn't that beautiful? It's nice and green and really hard vegetable, but look how it becomes very soft and tender when we cook it. And kohlrabi belongs to a distinguished cruciferous vegetable family such as broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage. Kohlrabi is a cross between cabbage and a turnip. Kohlrabi has a mild, succulent, sweet taste. Now let us see how to peel the skin and slice the vegetable. See, this is how I get the kohlrabi in the market. And the leaves can definitely be used later in soups. So we will just put that here, but I'm not going to use the leaves now. So I'm just going to take it. See how hard this vegetable is? First, we want to remove all these hard skin, okay? It's very tough and fibrous. So you can either use a knife or a peeler to peel this, okay? So I'm just using, because see how tough the skin is? So I don't want to use the peeler, see? Oh, there we go. See how it is done? We peel that. It's a beautiful vegetable, and you would not believe it's loaded with nutrients, okay? See how beautiful it looks? Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this kohlrabi that is all peeled, and there, it is very hard vegetable, I told you. So it's jumping on me, that's okay. We'll catch it and we will slice it. And it really is. And when you slice it, it's kind of hard vegetable, but see, it looks just like a radish. And I need only about 1 1/4 cups of kohlrabi. So until I am ready to cook, I like to peel and slice and put it in the water, okay? Now let me talk about the lentils, okay? In order to make sambar, we need lentils. You can use tur dal or mung dal or red lentils, which is also called masoor dal, for this preparation. Each lentil, when it is cooked and combined with vegetables, gives a different texture and taste. Tur dal is what we normally use to make sambar, but it kind of takes longer time, only about 30 minutes. But mung lentil and red lentil cooks, the lentils cook in 15 minutes, and they are also readily available. So I decided to use the mung lentil to make this sambar, okay? So I'm going to remove these two and put it away. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I cooked the lentil so that it became creamy like this. First, we need to boil 3 cups of water in a saucepan. When it comes to a boiling point, you add the mung lentil and 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, okay? And when it starts to boil, you want to reduce the heat to medium and cook uncovered for about 15 minutes until lentils become soft and tender. If water seems to evaporate during the cooking process, don't worry. Add another cup of water and cook the lentils. Then when it's cooking or after it's cooked, you can take a masher like this and you can mash the lentil when it's nice and hot, and you will achieve this creamy state. See how easy it is. Usually when I start cooking, so I'm going to put my lentil away. Usually whenever when I decide I want to make any vegetable sambar, first I like to cook my lentils, okay? And then when I'm cooking the lentils, I chop my onion, tomatoes, and that's the way I do it. Let me see what I need for this cooking process, okay? Of course, we talked about the lentil. I needed half a teaspoon turmeric, and we use that, and oil for sauteing the spices, quarter teaspoon asafoetida. I have 1 whole red chili pepper, half a teaspoon fenugreek seeds, 1 teaspoon black mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon urad, quarter cup chopped onion cut lengthwise, half a cup chopped tomatoes, and 1 1/4 cups of peeled and thinly sliced kohlrabi, okay? And then I also have 1 teaspoon of sambar powder and quarter cup of tomato sauce and quarter teaspoon of tamarind paste and half a teaspoon of salt and 2 tablespoons chopped fresh cilantro. So when the oil is hot but not smoking, I'm going to use a red pepper, and I'm going to put the asafoetida, and then I'm going to use the mustard seeds, the fenugreek. It doesn't matter what order you put in, okay? All of these are seed spices. So as long as you have them assembled, you need to sizzle them. So don't say, oh, I should have put the fenugreek first. No, it's not like that. You roast the spices in the hot oil, but not burn them, okay? That is an important point to remember. And sambar is a very unique dish, you know, and it is a vegetable saucy dish. I remember doing a radio interview, and the caller who was asking me questions asked me if I have any saucy vegetable dishes in my cookbook. He said he's very fond of sauces, and he asked me, and I said, you have come to the right place. If you want a lot of sauces with your meat or vegetable, this is the cuisine you want to look into it. Oh, that aroma is so good. Now, when I'm sauteing this onion and tomato, I'm going to use the turmeric, which is an Indian gold, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Not only that, look at the colors. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to use the sambar powder. I'll talk about the sambar powder. Sambar powder is a combination of many spices, okay? And just have to add that sambar powder and the tomato sauce. And now I'm going to take our star vegetable, which is kohlrabi, all right? And I'm going to put that kohlrabi into the sauce mixture and mix it up nicely like that. And this is tamarind, okay, tamarind paste added, a little bit of water. It is almost like Indian date. So I'm adding the lentils, and I'm going to see how good it looks. And it is kind of very thick, okay? This is the point I want to make. When you're making the sambar, you can have it as thick as you want or as thin as you want. And I want to add some water to bring it to a right consistency, okay? See how beautiful it is? And let's add the remaining lentils too, okay? There we go. See, the lentils are high in fiber and protein. And see, we never added any heavy cream or thickening agent. Look how beautiful it is, okay? And this is kind of, for some people, they like it like this, really thick. But I like to dilute it a little bit more. So it's up to you to add as much as water you want or as little as you want. And now I'm going to add the salt. And we need a cover. When we put the cover, what happens is it cooks in its own steam, okay? I want to simmer it and let it simmer for a while until kohlrabi becomes nice, soft, and tender, okay? This makes an ideal, great dish to serve as a sambar or as a soup. There you have it. Hi, here we are in West Allis Farmers Market in West Allis, Wisconsin. It is so exciting to go into Farmers Market to see what vegetables we have in there. We will pick some wonderful vegetables and cook some delicious vegetables that are easy to prepare. Let's go in and check out what we have there. Wow, look at these beets and kohlrabi. Kohlrabi is my favorite vegetable. It is so succulent and sweet in taste, and it is a cross between cabbage and a turnip. See these little spikes like stems coming out of the kohlrabi? We can remove this and we peel the kohlrabi and slice it, dice it, and cook it. Actually, when you peel and boil the kohlrabi and mash it, it really becomes like a mashed potatoes. Isn't this wonderful? And when we are picking the kohlrabi, we want to make sure it is smooth skin, hard and firm. It looks so fresh. I just love it. So we can also cook this with the lentils and tomatoes and vegetables. And here we have the beets. Look at this beautiful beets. Beets are loaded with nutrients and it has a stem. Actually, we take it home. We can buy the medium or small beets in size, wash it, peel it, dice it, and make a stir fry or a soup with it. It's totally an amazing vegetable. And if the stain of the beets, that is purple color, gets in your can, no problem. Just use the lemon to take the stain out of it and use the soap. But don't be afraid to use the beets, okay? It's loaded with nutrients and you can create wonderful soups and vegetables with the beets. Do you know lima beans are virtually fat-free? Sometimes they are called butter beans. The beans are green, creamy, and are high in fiber. Lima beans give you a lot of energy because they are high in protein. There are 3 varieties of lima beans found in the freezer section in the grocery store. You will find petite lima beans, baby lima beans, and 4-cook lima beans, which is larger in size. I buy the baby lima beans, okay? What I am going to have, I'm going to show you how to prepare the Lima Beans Poriyal. For that, I have 1 package frozen baby lima beans that is already thawed and steamed, okay? It's a little bit cooked. And I have a half a teaspoon salt, 1 whole dried red chili pepper, 1 teaspoon black mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon urad dal, 1 teaspoon chutney powder, and about 2 tablespoons of unsweetened powdered coconut, okay? So let's start cooking the lima beans, okay? And I want to put the skillet and warm that up and keep all my ingredients closer. And I'm going to add like about a teaspoon of oil. And then again, when the oil is hot but not smoking, I'm going to be adding the spices. Okay, so we are sauteing the spices and it's just sizzling. That's fine. There it goes. That's good. Now I'll add the urad dal. It's a lentil. When mustard seeds and urad together, it gives a nice nutty, crunchy-like taste that even the kids really love it, okay? And we added the mustard seeds and urad. And here I have the lima beans. I took the frozen lima beans, boiled it I thawed it first and boiled it in the water, okay? And I wanted to make it just soft. Not too soft, but just tender crisp, okay? See how beautiful it looks? And also the package direction also gives you instruction to cook the lima beans in microwave. You can do both ways, on stove top or in microwave, and make the lima beans. I'll show you how tender it is. See? See how soft it has become? So that's what I did. Just thawed it, boiled and steamed. And what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm going to take the chutney powder. We have used this chutney powder. Chutney powder is a combination of many spices, and it comes already packaged, so we don't have to roast and grind the spices, okay? So there we have the lima beans Poriyal. And when the lima beans is like this, when I let it cook for a while, and then I will add the coconut, okay? This is a very healthy vegetable, and we don't have to hide any vegetables. We can teach the kids the real thing, what it looks like and what it tastes like. And I have experienced so many times giving classes to the kids how they really eat this up. And sometimes when I make a big batch of these lima beans too, I leave it in the fridge, and in between meals when I get hungry, guess what? I take some lima beans and eat it as a snack in between meals. This is called the Lima Beans Poriyal. But, you know, if you want to make another dish, what you can do is just take, I just want to show you, we can, within this dish, we can make another amazing dish that is colorful, pleasing to the eye. And you know what that is? Add some shredded carrots to this. Carrots, everybody likes it, and it is so pleasing to the eye and the palate. And it gives a very unique, different taste too. And you can add carrots as much as you want. So if you want, you can just have lima beans Poriyal by itself, or add some shredded carrots to it and make it as lima beans with carrot Poriyal. There you have it, see? Now I will prepare my own innovative, versatile tuna masala dish. This masala can be served as an appetizer with crackers or in a sandwich. Tuna masala can also be served as a wrap or as a side dish, okay? In order to make this tuna masala, let's see what we need. We need about 2 tablespoons of oil. We have 2 to 4 slivers of cinnamon stick, 1/4 teaspoon fennel seeds, 1/2 teaspoon cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon urad dal, 1 cup chopped yellow onions, and 1/4 cup finely chopped tomato, and 2 tablespoons minced garlic, and 1 green chili pepper chopped. If you have it, please use it, and 1/4 teaspoon turmeric, and 1 teaspoon curry powder, 1/4 cup tomato sauce, and I have about 16 ounces of tuna in oil right here. And then I have 1/2 teaspoon salt and 1/4 cup minced cilantro. So let's go and prepare this dish, shall we? Okay, now let me turn my skillet and put it in high, and I'm going to add some oil. Okay. The temperature should be just right. Yeah, it's getting there. That's good. That's good. And I'm going to add 2 to 4 slivers of cinnamon stick. Cinnamon comes in a long bark, but what I did was I took the pestle and mortar and just did slivers of cinnamon. Do you know cinnamon regulates the blood sugar level, and it's really good? And then the fennel and the cumin are digestive spices. So there is amazing health benefits about the spices, and I have seen people eating wrong kind of food with added salt, fat, and sugar, and they think it's spices that was upsetting to their stomach. Actually, the spices aids in digestion, okay? And I added urad lentil for some nice nutty, crunchy like taste. See how beautifully it is sizzling? Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to add the onions. This is a great dish. In India, we usually prepare this masala with mutton, which is a lamb meat, ground lamb. You can prepare it with ground turkey if you want. And then I saw this tuna in oil and I thought like, gee gosh, this will be good to use. So that's what I did. Started using it and started making it during the holidays. And whether it's kids or adults, they all loved the dish. It was a big hit with them. Tuna in water is like a mush. Who wants tuna in water? Tuna in oil gives a great taste and it's healthier too. So I decided to buy tuna in oil, okay? And now I'm going to add the Indian gold, which is turmeric, and sauteing all the spices. Look how beautiful it looks. And then I'm going to add the curry powder. And if I have a green chili, I will be using 1 or half a green chili according to the taste you want. But today I'm just hiked up the curry powder a little bit because I wasn't able to find the right chili in the grocery store. So we build a base like this. See how nice it is? And what I'm going to do is take tuna in oil. This is about 16 ounces of tuna in oil. And I'm going to put it together. You know, I really like to prepare this on a weekly basis and keep it in my refrigerator. And when I'm so busy and wanting to have a lunch, instead of going here and there to buy a sandwich, guess what I do? I take this tuna and put it in between a multi-grain bread. Of course, I warm it up from the fridge. And sometimes I even add some nuts like peanuts or walnuts because it gives a nice crunch to the sandwich. I put the nuts and then I make a tuna sandwich. Or if I have the tortilla wrap or some kind of a wrap with the spinach, herb or whatever. I also have a pita sandwich packet here today. So we can even fill that up and make a wonderful sandwich, have a little bit of vegetables there, and then I will have my fruit with a skim milk and I'm all done with my lunch. And if I want to make it like an appetizer, it's like a phyllo shells that you get it in the grocery store, okay? So what I do is I'll take a clean spoon. I will fill this tuna in here. And I will do all these things and then I'll put it in the oven and keep it nice and warm and serve it as an appetizer during Thanksgiving, Christmas, or any get-together. It's a big hit. And there we go. Our registered dietitian guest, Margaret, is here. Welcome, Margaret. What do you think about the dishes we prepared today?
Alamelu, they smell wonderful. I wish everyone could be here. Please tell me about what you made today.
Well, I did cook with kohlrabi and made kohlrabi with lentils, and I made Lima Beans Poriyal, and I have a Tuna Masala dish, which is a versatile dish that can be served as an appetizer or as a sandwich.
As you know, most Americans don't eat a large variety of vegetables. Half of all American vegetables are iceberg lettuce, potatoes, onions, and canned tomatoes. So there's a lot of room for improvement. People who eat a variety of vegetables tend to be thinner and to consume more fiber. All too often, we choose processed foods such as breakfast bars or breads and cold cereals with added fiber. 1 cup of raw kohlrabi has 5 grams of fiber for only 36 calories. And a half a cup of lima beans has 6.5 grams of fiber for 108 calories. Most people are not getting enough fiber. We should get between 20 to 35 grams of fiber daily, and yet most Americans only get about half of that. Vegetables are high fiber foods that are also rich in important micronutrients. For example, kohlrabi provides vitamin C and potassium. Preparing them as you have with all of the spices boosts the health benefits. That's why it's better to concentrate on including more vegetables loaded with health-enhancing spices into your diet. They are good for you, delicious, easy to prepare dishes your family will love.
Thank you, Margaret. That is great information. We appreciate it. And my experience as a culinary educator has amazed me that when vegetables are cooked in an appealing way, even children are naturally drawn to them. Vegetables come alive when cooked with spices and legumes, and it is possible to transform people to become vegetable lovers. Cooking is an act of love. Cooking connects us better to the food and the people with whom we share it. So long for now, until next time, with love from my kitchen to yours. Vanakkam.
To order a copy of Alamelu's cookbook, visit mptv.org and click on the store icon. The cost of the book is $32 plus shipping and handling. For more information on this episode of Healthful Indian Flavors with Alamelu, log on to our website at mptv.org.